the high seas, Pisces. Cast my line, now they're biting. Yeah, rocky coasts and lighthouses. What she knows now, I doubt it. Talk to me nice. I think your confusion starts with street lights.
Hi everybody, welcome to your August 2018 readings with me. So I wanted to record a little bit of an intro video. I'm going to try my best not to make it too long, guys, but you know me, I love talking to you. So this month's videos are a bit different. I'm using my Triple Goddess Tarot deck, and I'm only using this except for in Gemini's video, because Gemini had the most views last month, so I did pull a few extra cards for the Gemini reading, but this is what the box looks like. A lot of people ask me about this deck. I got it at a spiritual shop in the mall, but very, very cool imagery, and I have never seen anyone else use it. So it's the Triple Goddess deck. If you want to look for the author, it's going to be listed in the description if you guys are interested in this tarot deck. I think it's a really nice deck. So anyways, guys, as far as the readings go this month, they're very intuitive. I don't have any kind of setup, which is kind of strange for me, especially when Virgo season is this close. I usually have some sort of more detailed layout, but I wanted to just flow. Another cool fact about this month's readings is that I'm using reversals. This deck is very, very cool for reversals because the back of the cards, no matter what way they're faced, they're the same imagery kind of. So I used reversals this month, which opened up a whole new can of worms, a whole new world. You know, I do reversals sometimes, but I've never really done them as far as my personal readings, or I've never done them in my monthly readings. But if a card comes out and it's reversed, of course I'm going to read it as reversed. But yeah, this time there's cards that are actually in reverse as I shuffle them in the deck, not that they just fall out and turn reverse themselves. So reversals this month, you guys, which is really unique because these cards have completely different meanings when they're in reverse. So I have opened up reversals for this month, so that's a cool fact. Other than that, I have a 6-card spread, basically the three cards for the first couple weeks of the month, and then 3 cards for the last couple weeks of the month. So yeah, guys, definitely interesting energy coming out so far for August. I have not recorded all the entire videos yet as I record this intro, but so far there's a lot of energy that I feel in the readings. There's a lot of hard messages coming out, and I think that's because this month is mainly experienced with the 7 planets retrograde. We have so many planets in retrograde pushing us to reflect on all these hard different areas of our life. Saturn's retrograde, Chiron, Neptune, I believe Mars, and I think Pluto's still retrograde, and Jupiter went direct and Venus went direct. So there you go. The only 2 planets that are direct right now are, oh, and Mercury's retrograde too, of course. Mercury is about to go direct though, guys, in a few days, around the 19th, I believe. So we'll have to get through the shadow period of that, but there is 7 planets retrograde with only 2 planets straight up, which is Venus and Jupiter. Oh, and Neptune's retrograde too. So there, I must have named all the planets now. The only 2 direct, as I've already mentioned, is Venus, who's in Libra. So as far as, you know, August goes, you guys, this is Virgo and Leo energy. Hopefully you like my little Leo theme here. I put on my cheetah bathing suit for the theme. So yeah, most of this month I believe belongs to Leo. I believe September is Virgo's month because we go into September in Virgo season. We go into August in Leo season. So as I've mentioned in my new moon video, there was an eclipse in Leo this month on the 11th. We've had 3 eclipses this month, you guys. 3, well, not this month, but we had eclipse in Cancer, lunar, solar, I think it was solar, lunar, solar. And as the Leo King mentioned, we have not had that happen since 2011, I believe, maybe 2009. It's been a few years. This is very rare for us to have 3 eclipses. Usually we only have 2. Sometimes we have 4, but 3 is very rare. So it's kind of like a trinity. If you ask me, I feel like Cancer, Aquarius, and Leo are up to something, since those were the 3 signs involved with the eclipse's energy. But yeah, guys, we just got through. As I record this, it's August 15th. We have gotten through the major eclipse energy, which is super sudden changes, new beginnings and endings. Eclipses can cause all these random energies in your life. Now, eclipses are cycles of 6, so these can affect us up to the six months. And we're dealing with the North Node in Leo and the South Node in Aquarius, which are going to be there until mid-November, I believe. So this is very much opening up, you know, doors to past lives, you guys, and things about the life we're about to enter. This is the North Node and the South Node. I'm going to have videos coming out about that. But guys, these eclipses fall on the North and South Node pathways. So, you know, the next series of eclipses we're going to have are going to be in Cancer and Capricorn. So Cancer, Capricorn, get ready for this eclipse energy, and for the moon's North and South nodes to enter your sign. So as I was saying, guys, this month is shared by Leo and Virgo energy. So Leo energy is all about, it's the 5th house, right? So we go into August with this 5th house energy of pleasure. Leo is all about pleasure. Leo is ruled by the sun. So for the first half of August, we are under the influence of the sun in integrity. The sun is very, very comfortable in Leo. The sun rules Leo, right? So this is about the center of our galaxy, the center of our universe, right? Who we are, almost like ego a little bit. We know like Leos are the prideful lions. So, you know, this is about who we really are. Leo is about authenticity. So this is about our heart's true desires, and this is the North Node, you guys. So this is the sun passing over the North Node. This is Mercury retrograde in Leo. You know, we had at one point around the 11th, we had the moon and the sun and Mercury in the North Node all together as a stellium. So Leo energy is very important. Leo energy has been important and will be important up until November. Leo energy is always important, but it's just really highlighted in our universe right now with the sun being there, ruling Leo, ruling awareness and happiness and warmth and light and the inner child and, you know, like I said, the heart. So, you know, this month is really about our heart's desires. And the new moon, which is one of the major things happening in this month in Leo, is very important for setting new intentions. I have a whole video about the new moon, so if you want to check that out, that's in my videos. But as far as August, guys, I just know that, you know, we had Venus and Virgo we went into August with Venus and Virgo, I believe. Venus just now entered Libra. It's going to be there for the all of August, and it will eventually move into Scorpio. Mercury is retrograde. Jupiter has went direct. All the retrogrades are really important for this month because, like I was mentioning, this is definitely things coming back up from the past. When we have 7 planets in retrograde, it's nearly, and this is retrograde city, just like the Leo King says. I've been watching him a lot lately. We have a full moon. Holy crap, can't forget to mention that, guys. I'm just trying to be a little bit brief here because I am making some changes that I'm going to talk to you about here in a bit. But there is a full moon in Pisces at the end of the month, guys. This is very important. I'm not going to talk too much about that right now because you know me, I'm always going to have videos for the Pisces full moon or for full moons and new moons and eclipses and stuff like that. So please keep an eye out for my Pisces full moon video where I'm going to pull a tarot card for all the 12 signs as far as guidance, and then, you know, I'll just channel some stuff about Pisces energy and the full moon energy. So yeah, guys, new moon in Leo this month, full moon in Pisces at the end of the month. Mercury retrograde, Venus and Virgo moved into Libra. Mars is moved into Capricorn, where it's exalted. Mars was in Aquarius. Mars was featured in that full moon eclipse in Aquarius last month. Now it's back in Capricorn, and it'll be there for a while, and then it'll go back into Aquarius. It'll head back into Aquarius as it goes back direct. And then, you know, Jupiter, I mentioned, is back direct, which is really awesome, in Scorpio energy. So this is definitely, you know, this is our fortune. This is expansion, moving forward now. It's always good to have a planet back. So there's going to be this Neptune and Jupiter trine going on this month too. That's another thing I wanted to mention is this month, especially in the beginning of the month, there was a lot of squares. Like if you guys watch the planets, if you deal with Planet Watcher, there was the sky you can actually pull up a picture of the sky, and the sky looked nuts. I mean, there was all these red lines and squares. Oh, it was definitely a nice visual of what actually is going on. Lots of squares. Squares are really, really harsh energies that You know, they just kind of, they need compromise. You need to meet halfway with squares. So we had a lot of squares, guys. And, you know, I'm sure we're all feeling this kind of jarring energy. We're feeling very, very conflicted and, you know, confused. But, you know, this energy is going to pass, you guys. Virgo energy is coming in this month, okay? So we're going to spend the first half of the month really assessing our true heart's desires, stepping into this the new version of ourselves that Leo is showing us. This has to do with our destiny and where we're going in life with the North Node. So you want to follow your true heart's direction. And then, you know, at the second half of the month, we move from this fifth house energy collectively to this sixth house energy, which is health. The health of our universe is going to come up. The lifestyle we're all living collectively, the service we offer others. This is Virgo. And Virgo is good with details, okay? Virgo is this earth energy. We haven't had earth energy since Taurus. So this has been a few months here without earth. So this is all going to ground, you know, the passion that we're feeling. And all, even some of us are feeling angry and just kind of wired and like, I don't know, jet-lagged, whatever you want to call it. Like we have all this energy, but no drive. But Mars is going to help with that. And then, you know, Virgo's going to come in and ground all this for us and logically analyze, you know, what's real about our lifestyle. I like Virgo. You know, I'm a Pisces. Virgo is my opposite sign. This is the seventh house for Pisces. And again, guys, in the videos, I'm going to be breaking down where Leo is for all of you guys independently and where Virgo is. So we've got fifth house and sixth house energy, which means we're experiencing the cusp of exposure this month. So the Leo Virgo cusp is the cusp of exposure. So this cusp is obviously going to expose some deep things about our lifestyle and about our pleasures and about maybe our hidden pleasures and how fun our lifestyles actually are or aren't. But the cusp of exposure can expose anything. You know, anytime anything moves from Leo to Virgo, it goes through the cusp of exposure. That might be something that you want to look up, especially if you're born around the 17th and the 25th of August. This is that really heavy exposure energy where things are going to come up to the surface and, you know, really weird times, you guys. But as a Pisces, my advice is always to go with the flow and, you know, to just kind of take it easy as the universe sorts some of this stuff out. Okay, the universe has gone through a lot of changes too. A lot of people don't realize that the universe has a body too, a mind, a heart, a head, a purpose, a desire. So these things are all working themselves out, as above, so below, the universe within us within the universe. So, you know, I think we should just look forward to some of the details becoming more grounded at the end of the month. And like I said, that cusp of exposure that the sun's going to go through and the moon, and, you know, the moon becoming full in Pisces at the end of the month, which wraps up our whole entire zodiac. And then we start fresh with a new full moon in Aries next month when Libra season comes in. You know, we're at August, guys. It's kind of nuts, but yeah, and also I just want to mention here before I end the video and head into the readings, guys, I think I'm going to start doing things a little bit differently. I'm not really sure if it's necessary anymore to have, you know, intros in my videos. I don't know, guys. I might record very short intros like, hey guys, welcome to your video, see you, bye. But as far as the astrology that I go into, I've had a lot of signs from my personal spirit guides to just kind of switch that up. I'll be able to get my videos out a lot earlier, a lot sooner. It's these intros that kind of, you know, keep me from having my videos out at the beginning of August. I always have my videos come out like end of the month, and it's like, why does anyone want to hear about August when, you know, my July videos were really late too. I didn't get many people watching those messages. So I think it's just best if I start recording my astrology videos separately. So for those of you who really like hearing about, you know, different planets and where those are at, I'm going to start uploading separate astrology videos about Jupiter and Neptune and Mercury and retrogrades and squares and all that. That way I can kind of fully focus on astrology in one area, and then I can focus on tarot here. So I think in September I'm really going to start that, guys, where when you click on my video, there's no longer an intro. You just get right in. And I'm going to try not to talk too much about astrology, because there's some people who really just don't have the time to listen to my videos for hours. All my videos are like hours long. So there is some changes coming to my channel, guys. And I just think that's for the best. But for those of you who really do like astrology, that's still going to be available for you. I'm still open for personal readings. Thank you so much to those who have donated and who have helped me out by just supporting my channel. As you guys know, some of you who have watched me for a while now, I don't work in the physical world as of right now. Who knows? I might in the future, but for a while now, I've just really been diving into my own creative, spiritual Pisces second house. My resources come from very spiritual things. So I just want to personally thank all of you who reach out to me and trust me with your spiritual guidance. It means the world to me. This is something I'm very passionate about. So thank you guys for watching, and those of you who have subscribed and supported me, it means so much. Welcome to all the new watchers, all the cross watchers, and people who are new watching for the first time. I hope you enjoy. And without further ado, let's jump into your personal readings, guys. Bye! Hi Libra. Welcome to your August 2018 reading. I'm just sitting here saging a bit before I start your recording. Funny thing, I'm actually recording right now at nighttime, and I think that's very symbolic. I do most of my recordings in the daylight because of the lighting, but I actually have a lamp, so hopefully you'll be able to see the tarot cards very well. This is my first time really doing this. If this kind of works, I think that I'll record more at night. It's definitely a different vibe for me, things like that. So if I'm like whispering a little bit, it's just because, you know, it's just nighttime, people are sleeping, stuff like that. But I must say I really like the vibe, and it's really interesting. I've been thinking about having to record this at night all day, because I kind of woke up late today, so I wasn't really able to do any recording with the lighting. And I just thought it was really symbolic because if I remember correctly, about a year ago, or maybe a couple years ago, but there's a period in time, it must have been a year ago. It's kind of weird to think that it was exactly a year ago, but I actually recorded a series of videos starting with Libra at nighttime a year ago. So maybe there's just something around about this time of year for Libra that's a little bit more like on the darker side, and hopefully you know, I don't mean evil or bad by darkness. It's just definitely like as a Pisces and probably as a Libra too, we're dual signs, light and dark. So, you know, we kind of get, just like Gemini, Libra, Gemini, and Pisces, we kind of understand the duality, or yeah, the duality between light and dark, the unknown and the known, conscious, subconscious, masculine, feminine kind of thing. You're the scale, Libra, so you should kind of get that at a soul level. So yeah, like I know that I definitely have a completely different vibe at nighttime recording, so I really like this. I'm like a night owl, so right now it's like 1:41 a.m. Just letting you know, Libra, kind of the environment. Speaking of the environment, I am gonna light this candle. So if there is any darkness that you're experiencing, Libra, around this time, even though I know it's like Leo season, you know, I think that it might be symbolic that I'm recording this around this time. Maybe some of you will be led to watch this video who are in kind of a darker place, or just feel kind of more on the darker side. And another interesting thing, Libra, is that you're actually the 7th house. So the first half of the zodiac wheel is kind of considered the like as above. So Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. And then when we get into Libra, you guys are kind of the first zodiac sign being opposite of Aries. You kind of like start the second half of the wheel off. So I think it'll be pretty symbolic if I do all the zodiac signs, Libra, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Well, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. Can't forget Scorpio. Well, we're the darker half of the zodiac wheel. We are the shadows of Aries through Virgo. So just a little interesting there how this could be kind of symbolic, but I am going to light this light here, because it's always about the light that you find within the dark, right? The awareness you gain from those areas of the subconscious, which is pretty symbolic to be coming up this month, because there is a full moon in Pisces at the end of the month. So yeah, Libra, welcome to your reading. I'm interested to see how this goes, and if you're able to see the cards good and stuff like that. So I'm just going to shuffle a little bit here, and then we can get started with your reading. I am doing reversals this month now. I just had a card flip over, Libra, and it's the 6 of Wands. Ooh, yeah, you guys can see pretty good, I guess. 6 of Wands here. This is a victory card. I'm not sure who this is showing up for, but this is an energy that just showed up. This is an energy of victory. And kind of the whole thing about this card is just kind of being recognized for the good that you do, or just public acknowledgement. In this card, it's people frolicking, these young children. So it's interesting, the imagery of these cards that are coming up. But this is some sort of victory here. I'm not sure why this just came out here, but there might be some sort of victory that you're focusing on, Libra, in August. Or maybe some of you are just gaining, maybe you're in some sort of victorious celebration, something to celebrate. Maybe you're just being acknowledged for something this month, Libra. This is a good card to come out here. I'm not really sure why this just flipped out here. And then we have the Knight of Cups in reverse that was just sticking there to the table. So we might have some cards jump out here, but I just want to make sure that, oh yeah, we've got a lot of jumpers. See, the night reading tarot at nighttime is really interesting. We have the Seven of Pentacles here. This is an energy of somebody who's taking kind of a break after a long course of hard work. It's usually a farmer. On the regular tarot, there's a picture of a farmer, and he's kind of like leaning on a rake because he's worked really hard for his crop, you know what I mean? So I think Libra is just really trying to be financially victorious this month, especially because we have the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck in reverse. So there could have been some sort of financial burden that's coming up here that was released. So yeah, Libra, let's see here real quick. I'm not going to talk too much about astrology because I'm working on kind of making that separate videos of mine. But as far as this month, Libra, it's Leo and Virgo energy. And Leo and Virgo energy for you represent your 11th house and your 12th house. So the beginning of August is focused around your 11th house, which is the house of friends and groups of people. So there might be some socializing this month, Libra, or significant friendships that come up to play. If you've ever kind of wondered why you were very passionate about your friendships, it's not just because you're an air sign and very like intellectual and communicative, but also because Leo occupied, like, so you feel very Leo-ish about your friendships, which is you like to make, you know, friendships at a heart level with people. And you know, it's really cool to have Leo as your 11th house because Leo is like the child. So it's interesting that that card came up with the little children frolicking, because that could just been you, like, with your friendships. You know, this card here, it could be you with your friendships, maybe some certain victories in your friendships coming up here. I'm not sure. And then I see the star card, which is actually the card for the 11th house, which is Aquarius. So, you know, the 11th house is groups. So I want you to keep in mind anytime you're around large groups of people in August, because groups of people are important for Libra in August because of that 11th house energy. So we did have a new moon eclipse in your 11th house on the 11th house eclipse on the 11th this month. And, you know, that's setting new intentions for your dreams and your wishes. This is the 11th house of wishes, and it's even considered social status. So it's like the internet kind of. Aquarius rule, the 11th house rules the internet and kind of the collective. So this energy is very collective for you, Libra. So yeah, and then towards the end of the month, we have all this energy moving from that area of your life into the 12th house. So the 12th house is a bit different than the 11th. The 12th house is more of your subconscious, Libra. So we're heading into Virgo season here soon. By the end of the month, we'll be in Virgo season. So the sun will be in your 12th house, which is going to light up a lot of subconscious information. Get ready for that, Libra. The Pisces moon is in your 6th house of lifestyle. So at the end of the month, you'll probably start focusing more on your work and how you're living your day-to-day life, how you could be more of service to those around you. So we've got a combination of energy, this humanitarian energy setting in with Libra. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you guys start focusing more on what you can do to help those around you or groups of people on a larger scale, or maybe you're working on something where you're making something a bit more broad and collective. Just a lot of things with groups of people and stuff like that, group socializing and things. So your network might be kind of growing or something like that, Libra. So yeah, I think that's really all that's kind of important, other than your ruling sign Venus. Venus has entered Libra, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Venus will be in Libra all of August. So if you didn't know it yet, Libra, that's like one of the best things going on right now in astrology, is Venus being in Libra. Everything else, I'm not sure if you guys like watch astrology videos a lot on here, but in the astrology community, we've definitely all been kind of focusing on all these retrogrades, and you know, it's definitely a crazy city out there, but Venus being at home in your sign, Libra, ruling the goddess of love, relationships, abundance, beauty, stuff like that. It's kind of a plus that Venus isn't in retrograde and that she's in Libra where she's very comfortable. So, you know, I want you guys to kind of embrace that throughout the month, that your ruling planet is direct and at home in your sign. So that's really putting a highlight there on relationships, which there could even be some wounds that come up about that, Libra. As I'm talking about that, we get the Ten of Wands in reverse. So I'm not sure if these burdens in your life have anything to do, if there's any heavy weight or anything like that with your relationships, because we have the Ten of Wands in reverse. That might mean that you're kind of, you know, really letting go of some of those burdens. It might not be just with relationships, Libra, but, you know, for you, it's all about balance. And this is you, you know, no longer wanting to carry more than what you really need to in your relationships, or you don't want to carry more than what's fair or what's just for both parties involved, you know. And I just glanced at the bottom of the deck, and we have the Ten of Swords in reverse as well. So we've got two tens here in reverse coming out for you. Fire and air, which is in opposition. So this is like expression and communication, and you know, basically when we have tens in reverse, this might be a cycle that is not coming to an end. So this is like someone really trying to drop some of those heavy burdens because of how painful, see, we can take a look at the Ten of Swords here. This is like a painful burden that some of you guys need to hear about. And it is a mental energy. So you are an air sign, Libra, and there is something here that really needs to transform. You know, it really needs to kind of die and become new. This might be Uranus in your 8th house, I'm not sure, but there's a lot of change here that needs to take place regarding transformation of the thought, because this is quite a lot of pain, quite a lot of thoughts showing up here for you, Libra. All those swords kind of represent thoughts, so this is like heavy burdens. You might be doing a lot of thinking about dropping some heavy burdens, whether they be people, places, or things, but both of these came up in reverse, so it might not be ending. It's definitely a cycle that needs to end so that you can move towards the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands. This might be like a new something in your present moment might be really heavy right now, and you're really burdened mentally about things not being new. Like I really feel an energy here about you kind of craving a new beginning or something like that, and it's becoming a burden mentally. This is very mental burdens of cycles that have not completed yet. And we have the Scorpio card here in reverse. So this might be linked to a Scorpio energy. It could be linked to some sort of death and rebirth. But this is an ending and beginning. This is like upright. This is endings and beginnings. You know, rebirth, purging. It's a very Plutonic, Pluto, Scorpio energy. Transformation for sure. And reversed, I would say that there's either a very unhappy Scorpio linked to this situation somehow, or you know, Libra just not being the caterpillar that's ready to turn into a butterfly, even though on a soul level something really needs to die and become new. Like these are all three cards that talk about something needing to end and kind of begin. Definitely something that you no longer want to hang on to emotionally, probably, with the Four of Pentacles in reverse, and the Queen of Cups in reverse could be linked to a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or just some sort of emotional attachment with the Three of Swords here. Okay, Libra, so I don't know if there's third parties, but that message wanted to come out here. Now, what I'm really just trying to do is shuffle the cards here real good before we start your reading. I almost chose to do that when we were off camera, but I'm kind of just going with the flow here. Definitely more comfortable at nighttime recording. I really like this vibe a lot more. It's a lot more quiet. I can hear spirit way more, so this might be something that I need to start doing now. We have the Seven of Cups coming out for you, Libra. The Seven of Cups upright is the emotional option card. As we can see, this person's doing a little bit of shopping for things that initiate different feelings. We just always have to be careful when this card comes up for toxicity, because all these offers look the same, but they definitely have different things entailed. So there's some of these cups that are very poisonous, so just be careful. I know this is sometimes an overwhelmed feeling or like a confused feeling that can come up. So just be careful about your emotions this month, Libra. I think this came up upside down. So this is you coming out of emotional confusion, especially with the 5 of Cups in reverse. So some of you could be coming out of a time of sadness and emotional confusion. Could be linked to a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. If it is linked to a fire sign, I'm just seeing that there might not be any commitment coming in from them with the 4 of Wands in reverse here. That's linked to some kind of celebration or marriage. So let's just see here. Oh, and then the Page of Pentacles just tried to come out, and it kind of fell on the floor there. So there might be something that you need to take a closer look at. You might want to take a closer look at your environment, but this could be a message coming in. It could be something that about a completion finally, because we have the World card. So I don't know, Libra, there's a lot of, I'm telling you, recording at night is completely different. There's a completely different spirits around. There's a completely different energy. So yeah, and the moon is actually in Scorpio right now. So I'm definitely feeling, I don't know, I just felt really led to record your video tonight. Mostly because it's already the 17th and I just want to be able to get these videos out. I like to get the messages out as soon as possible. So Spirit, this is the Libra reading for August. Okay. We have the Devil card coming out here, guys. This is a significant Capricorn energy. This isn't reversed. So I'm not sure if some of you are dealing with a very unhappy Capricorn, or maybe there's just some kind of Capricorn linked energy here, which is karma. This is Saturn. This is manipulation, toxicity, codependency, feeling chained to things. That's what this means in upright. And I like this Devil card a lot better than the other Devil card because it's a lot more approachable. But in this card, it definitely leads me to channel a bit differently about kind of walking away from toxicity. There's a trail here that this woman has left behind. Talks about being linked to, you know, the materialistic things in life and a home environment that may be toxic, but it came up in reverse. So some of you are dealing with a Capricorn that is in the reverse. When cards like this come up in reverse, it could definitely be a person in our life who's just not on the up and up, but it could also be you breaking free from addiction and toxicity vibes, breaking free from manipulation and codependency. So this is good to come up in reverse. Unless it's coming up for passion, because sometimes the Devil card can mean passion and lust. So some of you guys just, you know, you might be kind of experiencing a lack there, a lack of a sexual attraction or lust. But we do have the Fool card at the bottom of the deck here. Could be an Aries, definitely Aries, Capricorn, and Cancer here. So this is very cardinal energy, except for the Fool card is not the main Aries card. This is a card of new beginnings. So I'm not sure if some of you are breaking free from a Capricornian energy and kind of starting new with a Cancer, or starting new with something victorious. Some of you, it is linked to a Cancer or Aries. But what I see here is someone who moves away from toxicity, starts a new beginning, takes a leap of faith, takes a risk. And if you guys are thinking about taking a risk here, when the Fool and the Chariot come out, this is like, go ahead and take that risk because you're going to be victorious. There's going to be forward movement. You know, you're moving down the path. But we do have the 2 of Pentacles in reverse with the Ace of Wands in reverse. So, you know, there might be some juggling here about what do I manifest? Definitely there's a choice because we have the 2 of Cups in reverse as well. 2 of Pentacles in reverse, 2 of Cups in reverse. So you guys could be, you know, kind of trying to choose between an emotional path and a physical path. What you feel, your feelings and your finances are coming up here, and it's both a decision. So you might have a job decision to make, Libra. You might have a relationship decision. Maybe there's some sort of earth sign that you're not really reconciling with, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We have Cancer and Capricorn here twice. And that's something I didn't really notice before, but these are 2 opposite zodiac signs. Cancer and Cancer and Capricorn. Those are opposite signs in astrology. So it's definitely a message here about, you know, walking away from toxicity and really starting to walk towards your true passions, Libra. And it might have something to do with, you know, choosing. Now, you are a dual sign, and you are the balance scale. So when I see cards like this, the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, it really just leads me to talk to you about balance, Libra. And there's definitely a risk that you want to take this month, or you want to start something new. This is a completely new journey, kind of like starting back at square one here. So let's see if we can kind of shuffle without any cards flying out, and then I can actually get you a message on the table, Libra. But there's just all these mini messages kind of coming out here. We just had the Fool card come out again, and it was upside down this time, guys. So some of you really might be dealing with someone who doesn't want to take a risk, or maybe you're not taking a risk. Could be with the Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, because we just had the Queen of Wands pop out. Or this is just Leo season, but we have a significant Aquarius here, and now the Fool card is at the bottom of the deck in reverse. So there's definitely some sort of risk that is not, you not want to take it, Libra, and it could be a risk linked to your wishes or your faith or your goals or just some kind of healing, but it's also linked to the Queen of Wands. So there's a couple different messages here. There's one message I'm getting about, you know, your creativity and your leadership. The Queen of Wands is a very enthusiastic, very passionate leader, right? This is our creativity and how we express ourselves, and it could be kind of a little bit of a sassy, confident energy. And it's with the Star card here. So this is your, on one hand, this is your dreams and your goals and your wishes, Libra. But on the other hand, this is either it has to do with an Aquarius, an Aries, a risk that you're kind of nervous to take about your passions. Or this could be a lack of a new beginning with an Aquarius or an Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. So I'm not really sure entirely. Just make sure you're following your own intuition. Now, we did just have the Strength card pop out with the Eight of Swords. So this is telling me that there are some Libras out there who are definitely feeling trapped in a weakened state, because we have the Strength card in reverse. But this is also, you know, reminding you that you need to gain the strength. This could be with a certain Leo energy, because this is the Leo. Some of you might be dealing with a Leo that is just not very happy. And this is their birthdays right now. So some of them could be feeling a little bit trapped. This could be you feeling trapped in Leo season mentally. We have another message here coming up about, you know, your mental state, Libra. And this is a very mental prison. Like you guys could be feeling very trapped mentally, very stagnant and stuck in your mind, which is causing you, you know, to not have strength. Now, as an air sign, your mental strength is very important. And this is your mental strength coming up here. Eight of Swords, strength in reverse. So there's some weak-minded energy here challenging you to, and it's all a distraction, Libra, because we have the Magician card here. So it's all a distraction to make you think you don't have enough knowledge in all these different areas of your life, you know, intellectually, emotionally, passionately, physically. But you also have the tools that you need. You know, the Magician is all about believing in your own resources enough to know that you can kind of break free from this prison, so to speak. So this is either you feeling this way in Leo season, or you not feeling very strong, or like I said, it could have to do with a certain Leo. But you do have enough resources, Libra. And, you know, it's interesting. Now I see the Magician with the Sun card. So there's two different Leo energies coming up here, and they're both in reverse. The Sun in reverse and the Strength in reverse. So that definitely tells me that Leo season, it can definitely be a little bit dark for you, Libra, because these are two different Leo cards, two different cards about happiness and, you know, warmth, vitality. You could just be feeling a bit depressed. We have another image here that talks about, you know, the darkness and the light, because we have the sun is here, right? The sun is in this picture, and it's shining really bright. But this woman, or this figure here, is in the middle of a field with a blindfold on, acting like she doesn't know which way to go. You know, which way do I go? I don't know which way to go. But the sun is like, I'm shining for you. Like, this is awareness. So there's an energy here of being aware of something very strongly. And as a Libra, you become aware of things mentally first, and then emotionally, and then physically, and then, you know. So this is you being aware of certain things mentally in August. Now, this is the Eight of Swords. So this is, August is the 8th month, right? So this is definitely your mentality. It's almost a denial energy that I'm picking up on a little bit, Libra. So I want you to ask yourself what it is that is right in front of you. It's like this energy of like something that's hidden in plain sight, you know, because this is a lot of awareness. There's a lot of awareness energy coming up here. And my cards are telling me in more than one way that there's something that Libra is, it's definitely like you're trying not to see it, right? You're probably trying not to understand it mentally, or you're fighting your own thoughts or something like that. Because the sun is shining here, but this woman has blindfolded herself to the sun. So it's like some light and dark energy there. And then the sun is in reverse here. So this talks about darkness and, you know, not feeling happy. And then we have the strength card here, you know, and then the magician card. So the reason why Libra is distracted and not really feeling like they're strong enough to manifest their own happiness right now is because they're trapped mentally about what needs to change right now, about karma, about some sort of direction that the wheel is turning. And it could be because of Venus. It could have to do with the Aries or a Libra, another Libra. This is your card. This is Venus, right? See the pregnant women there? Abundance and beauty. There could be a pregnant situation involved here. I'm not sure. Someone's pregnant. And then we have the Temperance card in reverse and Gemini. So I'm not sure what's going on here, Libra, but we had the Capricorn and Cancer, which are opposite signs. And in that scenario, the Capricorn was in reversed. And now we have Gemini and Sagittarius, another pair of opposites. And now the Sagittarius is in reverse. So we've got the Lovers here. It might be a choice you have to make this month that's regarding a certain Sagittarius energy, regarding not really wanting to try something new. Like there's an energy here about, like, Libra is really ready for something new. Right now, Libra, it's like you're not going to be happy unless you get a brand new fresh start with something, which needs to be manifested strictly from you and your heart, you know. But this is a Sagittarius here, a Sagittarius lover, or a choice that you have to make that someone's losing patience for. Like you're really trying to test new waters. You're trying to be like moderate and fair and balanced and stuff in this relationship. But this is also saying that some of you Libras are in lover situations where, you know, there's not very much patience involved. There's not much balance. And we have the Ace of Cups. So there is an opportunity here for new love after some sort of secret comes out or after some sort of knowledge is gained. You definitely need to trust your intuition about a new love, especially if it's involving a Scorpio. So all these side messages here, you guys. So let's see. Let's shuffle these cards up here. And then we have the Ace of Cups flip out again in reverse. So some of you guys might decline a new lover, and it does have to do with the Sagittarius for some of you. I know a lot of Sagittarius Libra unions, so that's a very interesting combination there. And there could be some conflict going on here, Libra, with that Sagittarius. I'm not sure, or if this is just a message coming out about August, but for some reason this just flipped over with the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So some of you guys' communication is not very clear this month. This is a lot of conflict and arguing. Everybody wants to express themselves, and there's at least 5 people here butting their heads. Okay, I see 5 people here, and you can even look closer at some of these people might look familiar to you. We've got someone with blonde hair, someone with brown hair, someone with a little afro there. So there's a redhead involved. So I'm not sure. But these are a lot of different people with lots of different backgrounds, different ages probably, and they're all button heads. So just be careful of the lack of communication going on there. There might be some kind of Pisces involved with this because we have the moon card here. Now this might be the moon this month, the new moon on the 11th, or the full moon in Pisces at the end of the month on the 26th. But it's like there's a lot of secrets and there's no truth. It's like there's a lot of, this is a lying energy with the Ace of Swords in reverse and the moon card. It's like there's some kind of secrets come out, and it's just, this is a very untruthful energy. It's like there's an energy here of things not really working together. These are 2 different messages here about things not working together. That might be the secret. You know, you might just be feeling internally, Libra, subconsciously, that you might just be feeling this is not working out. Like all these people are not working together. This situation is not working together anymore, and it needs to fall apart. There needs to be some kind of tower moment. But here's those 2 of Cups and those 2 of Pentacles again. So it's all because of some kind of the need to balance, or the need to, like, and then we have the 9 of Swords that just comes out. Like, Libra, I guess what we should do here is just try to get your reading going, because my cards are very much verbal come nighttime. So we're shuffling pretty good here. I'm just gonna set the intent for this Libra reading because it's definitely a lot of messages coming out for you guys, and I hope like these are applying to you at least, because my cards just are steady coming out with the messages here. So I'm feeling this now that okay, so let's see what comes out for you for Libra. Alright, we've got that Seven of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, so heavy earth energy coming out so far. That is my dog drinking water, for any of you who are wondering what that noise is. So let's see. Libra, August 2018. Libra, August 2018. We've got some heavy earth coming out so far. Basically financial. So this might be that 6th house energy at the end of the month. Now remember, you are dealing with 11th house stuff with Leo. So Leo season was all about the people around you and groups of people. So sometimes when we go through 11th house transits, it can a lot of people get attracted to us, and that's not always a good thing, especially like on the internet and stuff like that. 'Cause you could just kind of it's very easy to feel kind of overwhelmed with other people's energy when you're going through 11th house stuff, because it's like everything is collective in the 11th house. Everything is connected to one another there. So whoa. So all right, Libra, we got your reading here. I had some cards fall on the table. Bottom of the deck is you, the Justice card. So I know this is meant to be, but we've got you in the reverse, Libra. So there's some balance here, or I should say there's some lack of balance here is getting kind of apparent. We are getting more and more close to Libra season. We've only got one more zodiac season before Libra, so you know you want to get prepared there for that kind of energy. So immediately I'm noticing interesting things. You have 3 cards in reverse, I believe, these 3, and then 3 cards in the right side up. So I'm noticing that this month that as far as reversals, some people like Gemini, I believe, or maybe it was Aries, but it could have been Aries, that's your opposite sign. But there was someone else that I read for this month that had an equal amount of reversals. So that means that there's kind of this means that you're kind of balancing yourself, Libra, because you have 3 cards in reverse. So there's 3 areas on one end of the scale. There's some energies that need to be rebalanced, and on the other end of the scale, you know, things are kind of on the upright. So am I mistaken here? Well, okay, that might have been a little bit untrue, Libra. Maybe there's a little bit more to balance. You have more upright cards than you have reverse, though. There's only 2 cards in reverse. All of the other cards are in upright, but we do have Justice in reverse, though. So you could count that as a 3rd reversal if you want. So there, you see, what I'm seeing, Libra, is that there's things kind of seem balanced, but when you really look at it, it's not. And for you, it's very important for the scales to weigh each other out. Like I'm feeling that kind of energy, a teeter-tottering energy, like you're trying really hard to keep everything leveled out. But when you really look at it, Libra, and it's interesting, when you really look at things, see, we have you here with a blindfold on. So there could be something here about you blinding yourself to something that you know intuitively is just off balance. Now, come on, Libra. As a Libra, as an archangel, you were born with the awareness of balance. It's all about, you know, you being the balance scale. You are the only zodiac sign that is ruled by an object. All the rest of us have some sort of heartbeat, some sort of real, like we have a human or represented by an animal. Well, Libra does not have, you're not represented by something that's alive. So that kind of works in your benefit when it comes to really just intellectually and platonically observing justice. That's why Judge Judy, she's a Libra. You know, she doesn't care about emotion. She knows fairness, and in order to be fair, you can't really involve emotion or be biased. So maybe that's why you're blindfolding yourself, because you're just trying not to be biased. But you see this sword in this picture. You know, in the Libra card, there's always a sword in a balance scale. So, you know, this is like you knowing the truth, Libra. You are a truthful sign. You are an air sign. So this is about clarity, and this is in reverse. This is the underlying energy for your whole reading. You, the Justice card. So there's something that you might feel, you know, not balanced about, Libra, or not justified. This is not good for you. This is the scales really one end outweighing the other, and just you not really feeling like yourself. And when a Libra doesn't feel like their self, then it's because, you know, either you're not clear about something, or there's some mental anguish going on, or something's not fair. That is the things that can upset Libra. Things that aren't justified, things that aren't fair or balanced. But it's okay, Libra. We're going to talk more about that towards the end of the reading. But just know it's pretty interesting that you showed up as the underlying energy. And I did pick up on, you know, you kind of blinding yourself to something that you've known is out of balance for quite a while. So with that being said, I'm just going to pick up a piece of the sage here, kind of get it lit, get some sage clarified energy going, just to help you with the clarity there, Libra. So let's get going on some of this. So I'd like to interpret this as the end of the month, and then the first 3 cards can kind of be what applies to the first half of the month, if that kind of goes. But keep in mind, you can feel any of these energies at any time. So we do have the 7 of Pentacles coming out again for you, Libra. I believe this is a card that popped out when we were talking before. So the 7 of Pentacles is an energy of waiting, of being patient. This is something you've worked hard at. It could be, you know, with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or it could be at a job, anything that's pentacle, coin, money, finance related. It could be your own worth. But there's an energy here of just putting in effort, and, you know, you wanting to reap the rewards of your fruition, of your fruitation. You know, this is you wanting to see that your hard work is paying off. You know, you go to work for 8 hours, well, then you probably want to expect money for that. You know, this is about you getting something in return that you've waited for. So in this deck, the woman is like picking off the tree, and there's some fruits that she's picking. So I see that there's some sort of fruitation here financially. So either you're working towards this, or Libras just really have their eye on financial gain this month. It's like there's an energy here of ripening. There's something that's ripened, that's ready to be picked. And I say that because this definitely has to do with your fruits. You know, something that you've planted. It's an idea, a job, a project. It could be something financial, something that was initiated. And we have this with the King of Pentacles. So this is a very masculine boss figure, authority figure, Capricorn energy for sure. It could be someone who's kind of cold, but this is linked. You know, these 2 cards kind of came out really interestingly together. So this is heavy financial energy, heavy home life energy. So just there's a need here to really gain control of your finances, Libra, because there's definitely something going on with the finances that could be linked with an earth sign and a fire sign, because we have the 2 of Wands right here in reverse. So fire and earth. We've got fire and earth, and we've got some air here. So we've got air, fire, and earth, but we don't have any water, Libra. So there's definitely something here about you blinding yourself to your emotions as well, and I would be careful doing that, because every great alchemist knows that they need a combination of all element right now, Libra. So it's about having water, earth, fire, and air. So the reason why you're not really manifesting something right now is because you're missing an element. There's a key element here that's missing, and it has to do with you and your emotions. It has to do with, you know, you and what you feel. Because we have this big full moon here with the balance scale raised up to the full moon. So this might really be something you learn about on the full moon in Pisces this month. This might really help you balance out things emotionally. This is your 8th house. I'm sorry, Pisces is your 6th house. So, you know, this is about how you feel about your lifestyle. When we have a full moon in our 6th house, emotions emerge. So if your lifestyle's out of balance, Libra, then it's definitely important for you to kind of try to see that and gain clarity of that, okay? But you came up in reverse, so there's something here about you not seeing your emotions this month because you've got a blindfold. So you just take this how you want, Libra, but I'm definitely getting a very clear message about emotional imbalance and something that's hidden in the subconscious that you need to gain clarity over. And we got the Magician right behind you this month, so there's definitely some manifestation right backing you up, Libra. But Judging by your reading, you've got all the elements except water. So you might want to seek out a Pisces or a Cancer or a Scorpio to kind of help you. You know, you're an air sign, Libra. Air signs don't typically, you know, open themselves up emotionally because you guys really like to process things mentally. It's kind of hard to process emotions mentally, you know? Tell me about it. But we are all human, right? So we all have feelings that we need to kind of listen to and allow clarity for. So yeah, Libra, it's just something coming up for this month. A little bit of your emotion, a little bit of missing water. So there might be some absent emotion stuff going on. Maybe someone's a little bit cold and a little bit platonic. You know, I get it, Libra. But yeah, I'm interested in this Seven of Pentacles, King of Pentacles energy. Definitely seems like, you know, you really wanting a financial payout. Maybe you guys are just working on your finances right now, planning things, seeing if things are coming to fruition in your job, career. But your home life is coming up here too, Libra, especially because I see this house right here with this Two of Wands. So there's some kind of decision that is not being made financially, or it could be a decision you're not making about a fire sign or about a earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Just because that's kind of what I'm picking up here. And it has to do with a home environment. King of Pentacles is all about home environment and kind of that work. The King of Pentacles has financial balance no matter what. So there could be like some kind of job decision that's not being made, or this is a path. The Two of Wands is a decision to make about a path, okay? Not just, oh, yes or no, or some silly decision. The Two of Wands is being in the middle of a crossroad. It's like a portal. And the main thing that comes up here is if you want to stay comfortable, there's a path here that will allow you to stay comfortable. But there's also another path that can make you grow. So it's all about, you know, the old and the new, Libra. It's kind of standing in the middle of the old and the new. And it could be financial related. But, you know, you are going through 6th house energy. So it could be related to your job or your money or the work you do with other people, or, you know, some kind of social thing, or some friends energy. I'm not really sure, Libra, but that's an interesting way to start out the month. And this went in reverse. You see how I kind of tried to put that right side up for you? So I'm going to go ahead and use that as a sign to say that you really need to make that decision when it comes to that Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You really need to make that financial decision. And I think if there's something financial that you want to risk this month, like if there's something holding you back, like a job, if you're not walking down the path you know you need to walk down, Libra, because of money or because of your home life or because of some kind of earth energy, something in your physical environment, you know, I really wouldn't let that hold you back. If I were you, I really wouldn't let, you know, an opportunity be stolen from you right now. Because it's telling me that there's always going to be money. You know, this is like, money doesn't grow on trees. Money doesn't grow on trees. I heard that all the time as a kid. So this is like a money grows on trees kind of energy. And like, I feel like spirit, like the universe kind of laughs at us when we don't do things because of money. Because like, it's kind of funny because when we die, you know, there's no money. I know money makes the world go around or whatever, but money makes this world go around. Money doesn't make all worlds go around. There's a lot of different galaxies and stuff out there. So if you're somebody watching that believes in like the afterlife, just kind of keep that in mind when you make financial decisions. Like, oh no, I don't want to go camping this weekend because I get it, you know, money struggles and stuff, but just make sure that you're not missing out on a life-altering thing in August, because, you know, the Two of Wands, that card comes up for people who are really being asked if they want to grow or if they want to stay comfortable. And, you know, you can't really grow and be comfortable at the same time. In order to grow, you have to kind of step out of your comfort zone and get into a new environment. It's kind of like that quote that says you can't heal in the same environment that you got sick in, right? So ultimately, the first couple weeks of August look like, you know, please don't worry about money too much. You need to kind of be like the King of Pentacles when it comes to money. He's gonna be okay no matter what. Even if he's homeless, he'll fucking take 2 sticks together, rub them together, and make heat. It's like a financial coldness I'm feeling. Like some of you guys are really, there's some kind of financial issue that's really got you guys kind of feeling kind of numb and cold. Could be an earth sign for sure, or a boss figure or something. Someone This is about just taking authority over your own money, Libra, and knowing that you can always create money. Money is always growing. You know, money is trees. Trees are paper. Money is paper, kind of. So just keep in mind that the money is a piece of paper, and you know, you don't want to let money control your life too much to where you're just like not moving. You know, this is like not moving, not deciding. You know, might be why you're upside down, Libra. I'm not sure. So I think that's about it for the first couple of weeks there. I'm going to leave that up to you as far as what you decide financially for yourself and what you decide with this earth sign. But moving into mid-August, like kind of ending August, we have the Seven of fucking Swords, which is not a very just energy. It's not fair. It's not truthful. No wonder Libra is pissed off, because there is some sneaky shit going on here. And then what do you know? It's air. This is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So I'm not sure if this is you, Libra, or a cross watcher, or someone else, but this is a card that comes up for somebody who is, you know, doing something behind the scenes, doing something shady, stealing. So be careful of, especially when I see the Seven of Pentacles with the Seven of Swords. These are two sevens, and that's important. You know, 7 is a number of completion. It's a number of like empowerment. So I don't know if 7-7 is important to you guys or something like that, or 14. I'm not sure. But I see the Seven of Pentacles right by the Seven of Swords. So be fucking careful of theft this month, Libra. Because I don't usually read this card like this, but how this is lining up, it is telling me that Libra is like, you know, this is Libra kind of finding money and gaining your own money this month. And then this Seven of Swords guy here to take your money, you know. So just be careful of that this month, especially if it involves a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Be careful of you doing that too, Libra, because we do have, you know, it's kind of interesting here. We've got the Justice card here with that sword. So don't worry, Libra. You also have a sword to fight this guy. And I don't know about you, but the sword in the Justice card looks a lot stronger than the sword in the Seven of Swords. Your sword is bigger, so your mind is bigger than this person. Your clarity is more important. Like, you know, this sword is your words. This sword is your clarity and your truth. So this is like the sword of truth here that Libra has. So you've got to use that sword, Libra. Use the knowledge that you have about, you know, intellect and mental, especially because we have the Queen of Swords underneath you. So Libra is definitely drawing their sword this month. And whoever this person is in your life that is doing things behind your back, cheating, stealing, sneaking, lying in any sort of way, you're going to be demasking them like the fucking Queen of Swords that you are. This is you having mental authority this month. Could be linked with an Aries, or this might be why you're not taking a risk, Libra, because you know that this is going nowhere. We have the Aries and the Cancer again, and now they're in reverse. So the Chariot and the Fool card. So there's some sort of risk that's not being taken here, some sort of new beginning that was not victorious, or, you know, there was an obstacle in the way. And then we have the Eight of Cups. So walking away. Now, for those of you Libras who do have to walk away from something around that full moon this month, you know, it's going to lead to some unhappiness, Libra, but it's also going to lead to your passion and your authority. So just keep that in mind, that sometimes rejection is your protection. And, you know, the reason why the Fool is upside down is because this is the scenario. If that Fool would have jumped off this cliff, then you would have jumped into rocks and died. You know, like, this is not a victorious leap. So just be careful. There's a few that's kind of confusing, Libra, because we had a message there where there was a leap to take, but then we had, you know, a message where there wasn't, like, that you shouldn't. So you got to know when to jump. You got to know when to fold 'em. Know when to hold 'em. So yeah, Libra, you know, you got to use that sword. You know, you know, you have a lot of knowledge, okay? And you need to demask. Like I was saying, you know, this mask is getting cut off of this person here with the truth. So the masks are coming off, Libra. And so I don't know who this person is here, but you got to be careful of this sneaky cheating stuff, because what's done in the dark will come to the light. The next card here is really interesting here. Let me back up a little bit, because this is interesting. Now, I want you to take a look behind this guy, and you see those 4 swords back there? So it's really interesting, Libra. Look at it. Hopefully you got a good look there. There's 4 swords behind that guy on the wall. And then there's 2 swords on his back and 1 in his hand. So these 2 swords here might be the same two swords that are in the Two of Swords. So it might be some sort of decision that's made behind your back or something like that. Like someone might make a decision behind your back without your like opinion or approval. And then we have the Four of Swords here. That's really significant because the next card that you have is the Four of Swords, and they are in reverse. So it's interesting if you take a look at how these cards are how these swords are pointing. You see how they're pointing up? Well, here they're pointing down. So there might be something here about the ups and downs of the truth, or maybe you just feeling up and down mentally. But those four swords seem significant to me. And they're definitely upside down. Like this is the reverse Four of Swords. So upright, this is a very meditative energy. It's very calm and kind of a praying energy. This woman is praying and healing herself. She's definitely meditating for guidance and stuff like that. And this is your mental peace, Libra, mental peace. Well, this is upside down, so it kind of leads me to say that whoever this Seven of Swords character is, this thief, this sneaky person that is gonna be caught, you know, this is like leading you to like your mental peace is not there. You know, this is you feeling like kind of wired about this, or you're like losing sleep about this, or it's causing you to lose rest or feel kind of frazzled or something like that. But this is like the opposite of peaceful energy, which is not good for Libra because Libras are peacemakers. So this person kind of like stole your Four of Swords or something like that, which is why they're upside down. And the Four of Swords is just your moment. They stole something peaceful from you. They stole your peace, or they stole your sanity, I'm hearing. And it could be linked to a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, because I keep getting led to see that there. So there's something financial. It might happen at work, or it might happen, you know, it could be something involved with court, because the Justice card isn't just Libra. This is also, you know, karma and just kind of things that are linked to the legal system, stuff like that. So there might be something that doesn't really go in Libra's favor because of someone very sneaky stuff going on behind the scenes. I do see a significant Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, but there's also some Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. But keep in mind, it could be any sign. This could just be someone who's being very Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo-like, which is very focused on the materialistic, you know, things like that. Whatever it is, there's a lack of peace here with this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. So this could be your energy feeling stolen from, that's linked to finances or something. And we have the Knight of Wands ending your reading, Libra. So this is some forward movement at the end of the month. It could be because of the full moon in Pisces, but there's something here. There's some kind of action here. There's some kind of movement, because all of the Knights are movement and action. You could just be protecting yourself passionately, but I just see this as you moving. Like, it was interesting that right above that was the Two of Wands in reverse. So this was you not making the decision, not moving forward. So obviously, in this moment of being still, and in this moment of kind of pausing and just kind of reflecting on what you should do financially, what you should do moving forward mentally, and then maybe there was something that was stolen from you that kind of contributed to the decision. Like somebody might make a decision for you, like, oh wow, that's your true colors, you're sneaky like that. You might just see someone's true colors, or maybe something comes out, some kind of truth about somebody, and then so that ultimately leads you to make a decision at the end of the month, because now instead of the Two of Wands in reverse, you've got the Knight of Wands upright. So this might be a fire sign here to save the day, coming in, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. I'm feeling Sag here with this, or Aries, but it could be Leo. But yeah, this is coming in here. This is when you take one of those wands, Libra. Like what's going on here is this person is confused about which wand to take, and those wands represent a path that you can manifest for yourself, different magical opportunities, right? And that's like not really knowing which way to go, but it's funny how you choose a wand at the end of the day and you start moving very quickly in a direction to heal yourself. Now just keep in mind, you know, you're definitely showing up here in your own reading. Maybe you're dealing with another Libra, maybe you're dealing with injustices or imbalances, but I want you to keep in mind that water is the element you need this month. Now the Pisces full moon could be just what helps you with that, because that's going to be a lot of water for you to use in the universe, Libra. On that Pisces full moon, that's when you need to allow your emotions to come in and to help complete, you know, your basically your alchemy. because you've got a lot of knowledge here. You need to use that sword, and you also need to embrace your emotions. But ultimately, I just see Libra really drawing that sword, gaining clarity about why this risk didn't work out with either this Aries, Cancer person. Keep in mind, it's not just those signs. It could have something to do with somebody walking away, some water sign energy there for sure. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and fire. And Aquarius is showing up here. Okay, so this is definitely about you finding, you know, someone who is like you, Libra. The Queen of Swords here, because I did see the King of Swords in there, but he was reversed. So, you know, it's really about you just kind of meeting your match in that kind of way. So I'm going to take a look at this here real quick before I end your reading, just to see if I pick up on any last minute things. So I guess I'll just pick these up and leave the King of Swords there. So now we've got the King of Swords in reverse. Now now I just revealed the Six of Cups. So just be very careful of conflict from the past. This is a nostalgic energy. You know, this is like childhood friends or childhood lovers, soulmate energy coming back. I'm not sure if you guys have an air soulmate, like a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or if this is just your energy. But that's really interesting there that we have the Five of Swords with the Six of Cups. So there could be some soulmate conflict going on there. I'm not sure. But then we're going to leave the King there. The King of Swords in reverse. And we got the Queen of Swords here. So, you know, I'm just seeing that there's a need for you to demand clarity. You're going to have to take authority of your mental. You're going to have to lead intellectually this month, Libra, and know mentally whether or not to take this jump or not. You know where your victories lie. There could be something that was moving too slow for you that you walked away from, and it could be very Pisces moon ruled, since I see this card here. And if someone walks away, or if you walk away from something, you know, try not to over focus on the emotions that were lost, because there's plenty to be gained here. And when it's all said and done, it's about restoring your own faith. It could have to do with Aquarius energy, or, you know, certain wishes that you have, Libra. Because the main thing I want to tell you is that you are in reverse here. And I want to say Libra, right side up. So there's the extreme imbalance in your life right now that most of you really need to assess. You know, make sure you're not being distracted and not distracting yourself. Definitely need to remove the blindfold from you so that you're able to see in the night and see through the dark, and definitely manifest. This is about your mind, because we have Mercury. We have the Magician card, which is Mercury. So Mercury is retrograde. That might influence Libra more than what people really talk about. But, you know, you have the right amount of tools to restore balance in your life, Libra. You definitely do. So that's your overall message. And I'm really hoping that this message applied to you. You know, with this being the underlying energy, everything on the table could potentially be what's causing Libra to feel not so good. Or there might be some imbalances here financial-wise, or imbalances with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, fire sign, or earth sign, or imbalances emotionally. You know, as a Libra, I assume it's basically ideal for everything to be balanced. So you and only you can kind of determine that, because you control the scales of the universe. So the first step is kind of realizing and seeing the truth for what it is. And just, you can always start by just saying, hey, you know, my name is so-and-so, I'm a Libra, and I don't feel balanced. So if you guys feel led to comment that, then I'll definitely say a prayer for you guys and send balanced energy your way. Trust me on this one. It'll help just to say that. It'll be magical. So, you know, there's a Pisces full moon at the end of this month. I dare you. I challenge you. I challenge you guys to type below, if you're a Libra watching who feels unbalanced. Just be truthful with yourself and comment below and say, hey, I'm not feeling balanced. And I promise you, after you come to truth about that, the Pisces full moon will help you. So allow this spell to kind of work. So I'm opening this up for you guys. You know, this is kind of interesting. I definitely encourage and welcome any of you guys to comment that below, or to personally message me if you want to reach out to me personally. So this is only going to appeal to certain Libras. You know, this is a general reading, so please take what messages apply, and let me know how the reading was. And I will talk to you guys on the Pisces full moon, so look out for that video. Other than that, I will see you guys in September. Thanks for watching.